Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Beverager Gamers YouTube channel. My name is Smitty6166, and I should be your caster for today. So, on today's game, we've got Jarvan, Janna, Irelia, Varus, and Orianna versus Zac, Vayne, Nami, Ahri, and Malphite. And, to be honest, this game is already looking fairly interesting right from the off, as I sit here and rearrange everyone to their correct places of where they're going to be playing. There we go. So right now, everyone's rearranged. So the reason why I say this game is going to be interesting, mainly because of Ahri versus Orianna. Both champions rely heavily on mobility, and they're going to be very mobile themselves. If that makes sense, you know. So Orianna's going to be dancing back and forth, abusing the speed of the ball, as it were, to try and catch Ahri off guard. And at the same time, Ahri's going to be using her orb of deception to catch Orianna off guard. So it's going to be a very, very back and forth lane. So though nobody's running with teleport, no, Malphite's running with teleport, so we could see a teleport. I'm trying to think of his ultimate now. I forgot Malphite's ultimate. Bear with me. Malphite's ultimate, unstoppable force. Yeah, so he'll teleport in somewhere behind. So, say for example, up by the red bush, and then he'll sort of bash you in. Of course, this game's already got even more interesting as well, because now we're seeing split lanes. So we've got Vayne and an army up in the top lane, 2v1ing against Irelia, and you got Varus and Janna 2v1ing against Malphite. Now Malphite has the advantage anyway because his passive gives him that big chunk of extra armor and extra health, but at the same time Varus just does max life damage with his blight stacks. And aggression is coming out from all over already in this game. Zac's level 3, got those double busts, and he's starting to make his move around the lanes, just being aggressive, trying to force people onto the back foot so he can gain some sort of an advantage. Jarvan is also doing the same effect. He's forced to sort of back up Irelia here against that Vayne Nami combo. And things are really going mad all over. I'm actually have to take manual control of this camera and try and do my best to keep an eye on everything. This is certainly a very interesting game. So Varus now is currently farming up very nicely. He's currently 19 versus Vayne 17. And the top laners of Irelia and Malphite are actually fairly even already in their minion farm. If I had to place a bet on who the winner is going to be, and I'm kind of torn. I really want it to be the blue team because they have Varus and I like Varus an awful lot. Not that skin though. His blight skin looks a lot better. But at the same time, the red team, they really have the better late game. Like Malphite gets to the point of, come on, stop trying to hit me sort of takey. And then Vayne's doing that insane amount of damage she does when she hits level 18. Although we could see some deaths already. Vayne is very low in the top lane, goes down to Irelia. Jarvan getting the assist, and the first blood finally gets called out. So unlucky there for Vayne. Giving it that first kill over to Irelia is going to give her a humongous advantage already. It'll be interesting to see where that will lead to. She is currently on just under 1,000 gold. So already pulling out a nicely ahead of Malphite. Although Malphite is getting heavily harassed. But what this blue team doesn't know is Zac is coming round. Will he get seen by those walls? I don't think. Yes, he is. He's been seen. So that's going to be bad news for them, really. Especially for Zac. There we go. The alert pigs come out. Jarvan's also coming around as well. There's no red buff to go around anymore. It is solely the blue. And there's not a lot of time left on it. And Vayne has decided to flip the table and disconnect, reconnect. Wonderful. Connection issues already in this game. Ahri, meanwhile, is very low in that mid lane. Orianna's really starting to pull out the advantage on her. Obviously, that command sphere is giving her the edge that she needs. But now, this bottom lane is going to be where the aggression is probably going to happen. Jarvan was hanging around. Obviously, he doesn't want to hang around for too long. He wants to try and get that kill on Ahri now that she has burnt through nearly all of her potions. The tornado comes out from Janna, but Varus not quite there to do the damage necessary, so he's just going to chillax and farm up, which is going to be very well for him since he's already a good distance ahead of Vayne now, although Vayne has got the double Doran's blades already. Orianna's starting to get some damage on that turret, though Ahri still has one charge left, I believe, on her flask. Yep, looks like she only has the one left, but she's going to back away now and get herself some nice items. Orianna will probably do the same shortly, but probably wants to just wants to build up that farming lead. Meanwhile, though, Varus and Janna now really putting the aggression onto Malphite. Malphite has no mana left, so He's really strapped for abilities. Although to be fair on him, Varus and Janna are both in a similar sort of state. Right now that Varus only has no mana, Janna herself has got some mana left, but it's not a humongous amount. Although she's gotten a bit too close to the tower, the bubble's already been forced out of her, so she has no shield for at least the next couple of seconds. But it doesn't really matter, Varus has certainly got the aggression to push on forward. And there we go, and Orianna's now being brought remarkably low. She goes down to Ahri, and Ahri might actually get a double kill here. She has the advantage over Jarvan, but Jarvan uses that flag toss and manages to make a getaway and leaves only a bit of that Wraith camp alive, so the timing on that is going to be a wee bit off. Meanwhile though, the top lane combo of Vayne and Nami is trying its hardest to push in, and it's certainly doing a very good job of doing so. It's already got the tower down to below half health, forcing Irelia to go on the aggressive path and forcing them to attack her in the hopes that the tower would lock on to them and not the minions, which are really of no concern right now. Vayne really taking advantage of the tumble and the attack speed granted from it to do that couple of extra hits of damage that she needs. Not quite got the aggression though, it's going to slowly peace out. Meanwhile in the bottom lane, Varus is being forced away, the flash has been popped, the Zac and Malphite are trying their absolute hardest to try and close it, but they can't quite seem to find it. And there we go, the Zac comes diving over the elastic slingshot, finds himself Janna, but it's going to be Varus going down to Ahri at this rate, and Jarvan may go down as well, so Let's Bounce has been popped. But no, they decide to focus their attentions onto Janna, who's so incredibly low. But no, they're forced to break away, but they got what they wanted. They got a dead Varus, and now they can let Vayne try and catch up a little bit against Irelia. So, as things are starting to settle down here, we can see that Orianna and Jarvan are forced into this bot lane to farm it out a little bit and try and push it in. Probably just could face tank it and get this turret down. It's only on 200 HP, and nobody is looking to come around and grab the blue buff just yet, apart from Zac, who's forced to go and grab it anyway, because there is no Ahri around. And there we go. Jarvan picking that one up beautifully, and now thinking about doing dragons. So this is going to be the first dragon of their day. They're going to get this party started. Rather, no, are they? Yes, no. Janna's around. Orianna's coming around as well. They know that that bot lane is missing, and Ahri's starting to put the aggression down onto Varus, but Varus really has got the attack damage advantage. And there is currently no ward coverage. The red team have no idea this is going on. And we could see Dragon going down shortly, though it may come at the cost of Jarvan's life here. Orianna forced to come in and face tank it. But there we go, Jarvan getting the smite on it. So that's a turret for them, but the red team answers very quickly with a turret. So currently the gold lead is sat at just under a K. And it's currently one turret each, but blue team have got a dragon over the red team's 2-1 kill advantage. So things are certainly getting on the way there. Irelia is forced to back away from Vayne and Nami, and now things are really starting to get out of hand for this blue team. They've lost a turret in the top lane. Irelia really can't hold this wave on much longer. She's actually starting to get pushed back fairly hard here. Jarvan and Orianna now are both forced to kite around and come and help out. Meanwhile, Ahri is doing a fantastic job in her mid lane. She's managed to balance out the CS lead between her and Orianna, and is starting to get pushed back slightly by Varus, but it's not really going to prove enough, as there we go, the Orb of Deception clears it up beautifully, and they know that Varus is around somewhere in that. Oh, yes they do, because they have a ward and it's about to run out anyway. So the bot lane now is going to be focused around here-ish, around this part of the lane round by the blue buff. Malphite is going to have to do his absolute best to be a brick wall. Meanwhile though, Orianna is playing it safely. Zac comes in with the elastic slingshot yet again, using the Let's Bounce there to kite everyone away, and well played by Orianna to use a command shockwave to make Zac and Ahri swap positions, so Zac nearly goes down. And he hasn't got his passive right now. I don't think he has passive. No, his passive is still active. He hasn't died yet. Look at the kill death ratio, Spinner, you fool. So Zac is going to be fine and dandy for a little while yet. He will live to bounce another day. Meanwhile though, This mid lane tower is getting pushed very heavily now. It's a 4-man push, and it's certainly starting to prove effective, as it were, against what is coming. So there we go. They have ping scenario. They have the ward coverage everywhere right now. They have ward around Baron. The vision ward is still there, so Varus is going to clean up that dragon ward nice and quick. And of course, with the latest patch, you get gold for clearing wards, but the person who placed the vision ward gets the lion's share. So now it's almost, I think it is actually 5v5 in the mid lane now. Someone has got to give up a tower. Nobody has any minions, so we're just going to be grouping up, trying to get into the formations they want. Obviously they want Vayne to try and sneak around behind and get that condemn and let her Night Hunter passive kick off. Although they're going to start pushing up to the top lane, start pushing that back into the blue team territory, as Irelia, Janna and Jarvan are forced to hang around here and farm out this web as quickly as they can and try and get that push game on to try and counter the likes of Vayne and Nami. And everything's starting to settle down now. But as things are actually sound, I should really look at the items, because that's something I haven't done yet this game. So if we look at the AD carries, first of all, Varus has got the Bloodthirster now, way ahead, much faster than Vayne's going to have that Blade of the Moon King out. As the aggression now breaks out in the mid lane, Irelia and Jarvan doing their absolute level best to try and catch people out. They don't quite find themselves Ari, but Jarvan goes down. Zac has been popped, so he's going to go down soon-ish. And there we go, Zac goes down, Varus picks up that kill. The tidal wave comes out from Nami there, but Janna also responds with her ultimate, which gives off a free heal. Varus picks up a wonderful double kill. Janna goes down to turret damage. Irelia's got caught in the wall, and now Varus is forced to flash. He's popped his own barrier as well, and Orianna doing her level best to keep him shielded as well, using her command word shield to keep Varus alive, though Vayne using those tumbles, trying to be the Dark Knight that this lane needs to be, but not quite what it deserves right now, as she is going to back away. So that was a pretty bad engage on the whole from the blue team. They kind of didn't get the kill advantage they needed, but they managed to push Arya away. They pushed Zac and Malphite completely out of it. They're only down to Lycaon when Nami threw in her ult, and then Janna popped hers to try and heal everyone back up. And unfortunately pushed everyone into the jungle or past the turrets to give them the complete safety, and then Vayne can come in from behind and clean up. Which she did it beautifully. I wouldn't be surprised if she actually has, yeah, she has the gold now to build Blade of the Rune King shortly, as soon as she clears out that Wraith camp. I would reckon, yeah, about that. So there we go, she can go back and get her Blade of the Rune King now, which would be beautiful for her. It would be something to counter Varus' Bloodthirster with, which was building up some nice stacks until he died. But in the long run, it's going to be Vayne that will win out, unless Varus can find some way to extend. In fact, actually, they're fairly even right now, just looking at it. 2 kills, 1 death, 114 minions each. So they are level pegging. They've just gone down separate routes of things. So Vayne's going down the attack speed lifesteal route, whereas Varus has just gone for the pure attack. But again, it comes down to the team fights and how things play out. Varus has the better potential because he can use his piercing arrow to shoot him from afar, whereas Vayne has to get up and close. But in her getting up and close, she can lock people up in walls like she did with Irelia in that last team fight. Getting away from the AD carries now is Janna farms out the wave, better than Varus did actually with his piercing arrow. We can see that the junglers are going down a similar sort of route, the only difference being that Jarvan has just got regular boots compared to Zac, who's got the swiftness boots for extra speed. And in terms of the mid laners, Ori's actually quite far ahead now. She's got that Fiendish Codex. That's going to go further down her tree as blue team picks up their second dragon. And now it could be a 4v3 team fight here. Vayne and Zac now coming around as well. Everybody's all going for this, and there we go. The tornado comes out. Jarvan gets locked up in his own cataclysm. Malphite as well. Malphite goes down alarmingly quick. Janna does a beautiful job there with her ult this time around. Actually keeps people out of the fight that didn't need to be there. Now Varus is focusing Vayne beautifully. The damage is all around, but where is everybody else? Nobody was around to help Varus finish off Vayne. And there we go. Jarvan dives in, but again, this blue team doesn't have the coordination to charge in. The tornado was ready from Janna. She could have used that, knocked everyone up, and could have kept the attack going. But sadly, everyone back to work because they didn't feel confident enough. And sadly, they lost quite a lot there. Again, that kill lead is still only 2, but it's not helping them keeping their goal there, which they're going to lose now as the red team picks up their second turret and level it. And seriously, it's double. It's now 21.6 to 21.8. So the blue team now really need to find their advantage somewhere and really soon. Otherwise, the red team will walk all over them. The only thing that's keeping them in this game really has been those 2 dragons. They really need to find some sort of an edge. But again, it's the way this game is playing out. Jarvan now starting to get himself very tanky. He's getting himself ready to counter that Vayne. He's got cloth armor. He's got ninja tabby. Aurelia's going down a similar path. She's got the build shot to Cutlass, which is going to become Blade. She's got ninja tabby and Dawn Shield. Varus is still on that attack path, but he's now building attack speed in the form of a Zeal, which could go to a Stack Shield or more likely Phantom Dancer. And of course, supports being supports. Just build boots, build GP10, and get tight stones for ward coverage. Currently, Janna's ahead in that regard with the extra minions, but Nami has got the cooldown boots, and now she can be aggressive as she likes with the Aqua Prisons and then the Tsunamis to follow up. So, now the blue team are looking for their advantages. They're looking to take away the red buff here. Could be crucial. I mean, both blue buffs are currently floating around, both red buffs are currently floating around. Vayne has got one, Zac doesn't have blue, Ahri doesn't have blue, Malphite doesn't have blue either. So, more than likely, the red side blue is going to come up as well as the blue side, but Orianna still has her blue buff. And as things now break out, we can see the ultimate's coming out. Janna forced to pop hers, but again, it's pushed everyone in the wrong direction. But the tornado now comes out and knocks everyone up. This has now put Vayne on the rampage after she picks up Jarvan, and I'll really go down as well. So the 2 major tanks are gone. Varus gets charmed and gets murdered between all 5 members there. And this red team is currently 3 for nothing. Can they make it 4 for nothing? They can't quite find Janna or Orianna, and they're going to let it slide. Zac is going to farm out the race, and they're going to start pushing down on this mid lane turret. Although, never mind, there was a bubble there from Janna that soon got popped. Orianna going alarmingly quick down in health. And now this bottom lane turret is in a similar sort of state. As soon as Janna puts the bubble up though, it's popped. And that's 2 turrets in this mid lane now gone. The red team are now ahead 3-1 in turrets. 26k to 24k gold. And they've got double the kills at 10 to 5. So now the blue team are in dire straits. They need to think of a way out of this, and the only way I can see it working really is if they actually do a team fight well. Currently they've all been a bit disorganised and throwing their abilities higgledy-piggledy. No offence though, the main problem has been Janna. Every time Janna has ultied, it's ultied people away, but it hasn't been with people there to heal up. What they ideally want is Varus to fire his Chain of Corruption, lock everyone down. There we go, flip the game back onto the directive camera. And then Janna to ult. Anybody that's not caught in the Chain of Corruption then gets pushed away. And what can then happen is Varus can start... they can all start focus firing. Someone is called out, like now. As you can see, Ahri goes down alarmingly quick. And pretty much if Jarvan keeps doing Flag Toss and Dragon Spear, he can pretty much just catch up. No, he's going to let it slide. But again, the theory nearly got proven there. If they group up and focus fire a target, they melt it alarmingly quick, which is what the red team is doing. They focus out Varus and they get Varus. They focus out Orianna, they get Orianna. But Orianna there, getting the shot down onto Vayne as her fight breaks out. And nearly getting herself a free Nami as well. Zac and Malphite, the 2 tanks now starting to lead the counter charge with a lot of health. And there we go. That's where Janna should use her role. It should force people like Malphite, like Zac, out of the way and out of the fight, allowing things to happen. And now I really start to do a decent job as well as split pushing. It's bringing the turret game back in, and the gold level is now back even. So Dragon should be up soon-ish. I can't remember when it went down. I think it went down about 18 minutes. So in about a minute's time, Dragon will be back up. I think. I might be wrong here. But yeah, there we go. Down goes that minion wave. That's going to be pushing it alarmingly quick, as that inhibitor turret hasn't been touched yet, but it's in a grave bit of danger. But the red team know that dragon is going to be up soon. As to the blue team, no, we're going to start grouping up now. Zac preparing the elastic slingshot. Will he get it in time? Nope. He decides not to. But there we go. Dragon is back up. And now the damage is going to start coming out. But it's going to be a 5-on-4, soon to be 5-on-5 as soon as Malphite comes back in around the dragon. So the dragon dance shall soon begin. We shall soon see the mythical League of Legends Dragon Dance. It'll be interesting how things go. The blue team, though, are getting ready for this. Varus is going to do the damage that he needs to. But Zac dives in there using the elastic slingshot to zone out the 2 damage dealers. The tidal wave comes out as well, but Varus finds himself a free Ahri. Can they find Nami as well? As Jarvan goes down, Vayne goes down as well to Irelia. Zac goes down as well. And Irelia forces Malphite to get away, so that was nearly an ace there for the blue team. They really started to pull their way back from this. Admittedly, if they actually get Malphite, they actually bring the kill lead back. That's dragon number 3 as well, so they bring the gold lead back. They've nearly brought the kill lead back, and now everyone's going to break away. Janna's going to do a fantastic job of clearing out this bottom minion lane as best she can, really. As the trio damage healers now pick up a free mid turret against Malphite. So, at the 22.5 minute mark, it seems about appropriate to do items. We can see that things are starting to become very consistent here. Varus is getting ready for his Phantom Dance. He's got the dagger and the Negatron cloak for the Zeal. It just needs the combination cost. His Bloodthirster should be back up to about full. Yeah, it's all full stack now. Vayne, on the other hand, has got Blade of the Rune King, the BF sword for that extra damage. And that's more likely going to become Infinity Edge. And she's going to rely off the crit damage for the boost that she needs. Meanwhile, the supports are still supporty. Nami's still a little bit behind because she went ahead and got the cooldown reduction boots over getting a red side stone. But again, she's starting to build it now. She's got the ruby crystal, she's got the standard side stone, and Janna herself likewise is going for that now. She's got Shirelles, and if we look at the mid laners, Deathfire, is that Deathfire Cross? Yes, it is. I love the new artwork for that. Actually, looks really cool. So yeah, Ahri's going for quite a fair bit of ability power actually, and cooldown reduction. Still hanging on to those double Dorans, and soon we'll see Baron going down. As I flip the game back to directed camera because I'm super lazy. So yeah, Ahri's going for ability power, cooldown reduction. Orianna's well ahead in that regard. I mean, she's got the Athena's Unholy Grail. She's starting to build Zhonya's as well, so she has the survivability. Meanwhile, in terms of junglers, actually Jarvan's a little bit ahead. Unbelievably, even though he's quite far with Des and got a little bit behind on CS, he's got the armour from quite a few items there. He's looking to build Randuin's own, I guess, by the look of it. So he's going to have that armour and health, and then he can slow everyone down around him. And Irelia now starts to build up super tanky herself. She's got the Spectral Cowl, so that's probably going to become Spirit Visage, I would reckon. Or it can become Banshees, you know, and ignore that first magical hit that she takes. So, things starting to settle down now. It could be another 5v5 team fight between these two. They're really starting to push their lanes in a bit now. We can see that the turret currently has no way, so the blue team are going to hang back. They're going to use the Giant Tornado as a warning shot. You know, careful, or we'll knock you suckers up. And we'll have ourselves some kills for free. And that pink vision wall doing wonders for the red team there. Blue team still has vision on Baron. He is ready. He is waiting for the first people to do the Baron dance. But Varus is now going to be forced to clear that top lane, which is getting very, very full. And the blue team also backing away now as everyone's spread out. They're all going back to buy. It seems like a very bad time to do it. But we shall see how things go. It could be a grand plan, you know, kite them into the turret, let them take the turret damage, and then get as much of a kill as you can. So there we go. Jarvan, Janna, Irelia, Orianna all hanging around. They are waiting for that opportunity to dive in. Varus is farming up the walls. And he's wasting his mana though unnecessarily using his abilities, but that's the way he wants to play. He's now starting to buy his own set of items as well. He's going to get the... Oh, he's gone Last Whisper. Ooh, very nice. He's looking to counter the likes of Zac and Malphite now. Malphite, just noticed as well, has got the Frozen Heart. So it's really starting to get heavy armor here. Does not want to get hit by Irelia, Vayne, not Vayne, sorry, Varus, or Jarvan, in a sense. And now things are starting to settle down. Really, everyone's now just started to farm their waves out, try and bring things back. Not really such a laning phase going on. Zac now using the elastic slingshot. The tornado comes out as well as the tsunami. Nobody really gets knocked up, and things just settle down there. In a way, actually, though. Oh no, the Malphite comes in with that unstoppable force. He goes down really quick there to Varus as Orianna and Irelia go diving in. The shockwave comes out. Irelia picks up a kill. Janna goes down. Nami goes down. Vayne goes down. Malphite has been forced to recall on very low health. Ahri and Zac are forced to back away here, as that was a 2-for-1 team fight. And now things really starting to go ahead. I just looked at my sound wave as well, and that's peaking like mad. Now they're getting Jarvan to face tank the turret, as well as find themselves a free kill. That cannon minion, doing a fantastic job of soaking up the tower damage, and that's given this blue team another tower. And Zac comes in again with that elastic slingshot. Everybody's so low. Can they do something about it? Obviously not. Zac, he's going to go down if he's not careful. The damage comes out, and there we go. Varus gives himself a free kill. He's brought incredibly low. Really, Malphite could sit there and tank them all day long and probably get himself Irelia as well, but sadly that is not to be. Irelia is going to back away. Jarvan is going to back away as well. Oh no. No, blue team knows that something's wrong. They're going to make a run for it as best they can. Varus is going to do his best as well, throwing out that hail of arrows to create the ground that slows. And that is everybody done for, really. Everyone's forced to back away from a Malphite. How often do you see that in a game of LoL? Normally you just back away from Malphite because he's tanky. So anyway, a fantastic team fight there for that blue team. They actually got the kills they needed when they needed them. They even got a tower out of it as well, and they really clawed their lead back into this game. They're currently 4-3 in turrets. 42k to 36k and 14 to 12. So things are now starting to go their way. If we look at the items now, we can see things are really starting to look different. Malphite looking to be very split push orientated with the Sunfire Cape soon. He's got Home Guard, Ninja Tabi and the Frozen Heart. Zac as well is looking to be very split push orientated with a Sunfire Cape of his own. So between those two, they can happily push waves between them. So if things don't look bad, they can counteract as soon as. Jarvan has got random wins. He's got Ninja Tabi, so he's very armor intensive. He's really looking to counter the Vayne. And now the Baron dance will soon begin. If we look at the AP carries now, the Orianna and Ahri. Orianna now has got Zhonya's. She's got things. She's looking to build possibly Rabadon's. But again, you never know. The same with Ahri as well, though. Ahri's still got hold of those 2 Dawn's rings. So we could see where things go from there. And Varus now has got himself a chain vest, so he's looking to also survive that little bit longer. Admittedly, he is very squishy, but he's put so much effort into his damage now. He certainly has got it. And there we go. The red team got the advantage they wanted there using the unstoppable force elastic slingshot. Ahri goes down alarmingly quick. Forced to Zhonya's out, but the Orb of Deception comes out. Vayne goes down. Ahri goes down. Janna and Orianna all go down as well. So now it's a 3v3. Nami goes down to Varus, giving him a double kill. And now Zac and Malphite are forced to kite around here. They're both going to recall as this 3-man unstoppable team now can start pushing up into this mid lane. They can even probably take down his turret because Jarvan and Irelia are both over a good chunk of 2k. So this tower's going to go down alarmingly quick, but Zac and Malphite now using that home guard to their advantage, and Jarvan also using his abilities for the escape that he so desperately needs. Although Zac starting to scare people with that elastic slingshot. The health though, the armor as well on Malphite, completely ignoring the damage that Varus is doing. But he's doing incredibly well. He's completely outdoing Vayne at every step of the way. The Vayne has gone super attack speed, not attack damage. And now blue team are going to pick up dragon number 4 now by my account. This is absolutely good news, and there we go. Dragon is down. So now it's 5v5, bottom lane. It's probably going to... Nope, it's not going to go down. It's incredibly low though. Another wave, if they leave it ignored for too long, will get pushed. And everyone's forced to back away. The red team though have no idea the blue team know that this is going to go on. Do they have vision? Well, they have vision on people around, and Nami's going to take out that vision ward nice and quick. The red team though see Janna coming around. They see the tornado. Will they be able to get the damage off in time? He's going down quick, forcing the ultimate out. Orianna using that command shockwave beautifully. Get everybody super low. Zac gets the kill, but everybody is going to go down so alarmingly quick. The chain of corruption comes out. 1, 2, 3, 4 kills in such rapid succession. Really, Malfoy is the only one left, and he's not going to have what's necessary. That looks so funny with home guard. Sorry. It looks like a... I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it. Imagine Usain Bolt in a fat suit. That's the only way I can think to describe that now. Usain Bolt in a fat suit running. That was Malfoy with home guard at the base. But there we go. The damage is certainly starting to come through now. The inhibitor tower goes down. The inhibitor is also likely to go down as well. Now that has forced Malfoy to rethink his steps, as his team will be up in just a few seconds. But now this blue team can quite happily go around and start pushing towers where they want to. And there we go, the command word protect coming out. Varus has got so much attack damage now. Look at that, he can just happily push the lanes, and there we go. That's the top lane turret down with no minions. That is insane. But the red team though doing their best to come around and counter it. They have forced the blue team to back away, sorry. And Ari and Vayne going to pick up a couple of minions between them, and that's going to be that. So the items are still looking not as interesting really. There hasn't been a lot of change. Apart from both the supports have gone down two entirely different routes. Janna has gone for speed boots and Twin Shadow. That's really good actually. Twin Shadow is just fantastic for her. It's going to give her ability power for her damage and for any ability, well, for all her abilities. But also the active of Twin Shadows means that champions like Vayne who can tumble and run away, or Zac who can jump, or even Ari with the dashes that he has, can essentially be cancelled by Twin Shadows, slowing them up and allowing the rest of her team to catch up. It's interesting as well actually how both top laners and junglers have both gone for home guard on their boots really, when this blue team can actually go for feral boot, the do damage and gain movement speed, because then that way they can use their just basic attacks and close the gap. Varus now has got the Guardian Angel, so now even if he dies, it's not the end of the world for the blue team if he goes down, because he'll be back up. Granted, he has half health and half mana, but if you time it right, as a fight breaks out here in the jungle, it's not quite 5v5, but it's certainly enough to make even Zac run away. The blob of health is actually forced to run from taking too much damage. That's not very well for this red team, as they're going to lose another tower here. This is going to be tower number 7 for this blue team, as they start throwing abilities out, trying to keep the red team out of the way. And now the minion wave is going to be enough, and there we go. Varus picking up yet another turret, and now they're really starting to push out on the inhibitor turret. As that piercing arrow comes out and does a humongous chunk of damage to Vayne, nearly a quarter in one hit. Though Vayne herself has got lifesteal and can just heal herself up by auto-attacking. It's a shame really that bloodthirst that hasn't gone anywhere. It needs to go somewhere soon, and Tarpon just because he can smites away himself a free siege minion. So things really starting to get on the aggression now. The fight breaks out, the ultimate comes out from Orianna, picks herself up a double kill beautifully. They find Vayne right at the back and she goes down lightning quick. Triple kill for Orianna. Could it be a quadra? No, Irelia though going on the aggression and not quite getting herself a Zac. Though Janna does go down to Malphite. Malphite also nearly finds himself a free Jarvan, but there's one inhibitor turret The second one is going to go down not too long as well, and there we go. Though Jarvan is going to go down himself, but no, he's doing a fantastic job of kiting. Zac goes down, he's forced into his little boblet, and Jarvan does a fantastic job of backing away nicely. The teleport comes up, but the Nexus goes down. GG. Well played there by that blue team. So, anyway guys, I hope you liked that game. Remember to like, favorite, subscribe and all that YouTube jazz. And I will see you all next time.